Hey, Aaron Chen here. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. If you're watching this video right now, then you're probably doing a little bit of research on how to increase your email open rates. Okay, so you probably have some sort of online business, internet marketing, whatever it is. Email is very, very important. Maybe you're using one of the email autoresponders like GetResponse, Infusionsoft, Aweber, whatever it is. I'm going to show you how to maximize your email open rates. Okay, so I'm going to do something fun. You can see my screen right now. This is actually my GetResponse account, and you can see here that I've got, this is one of my lists. All right, I'm going to be scrolling through some of my emails. All right, and you can see that this email open rate here for this particular broadcast that I did was 23.86%. Okay, so the average email open rate is 5%. All right, so I've been online for 9 years now. 7 to 8 of those 9 years in the early years really didn't know what I was doing, and I was getting roughly about 5% open rate for my emails, and that's apparently the average email open rate of the entire industry. Okay, so think about that. That's really, really little, right? So that means if you had 1,000 people on your email list and only 5% of people were opening your emails, that's only 50 people. I don't know if you can see that. That's really, really little, right? So they say that the money's in the list, but if only 5% of people are opening your emails, that's really, really little, and that's why you're not profiting in your business. Okay, so if you can find a way to double that, triple that, maybe even quadruple that, right, which I'm going to show you how to do over the next few minutes, it's going to make a huge difference, because now if you have 1,000 people on your email list, instead of 50, okay, it's going to go to, let's just say 1,000. Let's do this percentage, okay, times 23.86%. That's 238 people that opened your email. So now you've more than quadrupled your email open rate. That's a huge deal. Okay, so there's four more times more people actually opening your emails, right? Now, you'll see in some of these examples, it's not going to be as high as 23%. Some of it might be 15%, some of it might be 18%. I'll show you how to do that, but it's still going to be a big difference. Big way from just opening at 5%. All right. So this one that I emailed, I've got this little subject line. It's I need to get something off my chest, and we'll talk about some of the things that helps to increase your email open rate, okay, as well. But I'm just going to run through a few of these just to show you, I guess. So this one's 23%. This one I called finally this made my income consistent, right? This one is pretty good too. It's 21.83%. That's really, really high, okay? With a click-through rate of 3.53. So the click-through rate is basically how many people actually clicked on your link inside of your email, right? Now the average is probably, I would say 1% or just under 1%, okay? If you're doing anything over 1%, that's considered pretty good. All right, again, those numbers are really, really low. I mean, think about it. So if 100 people open your email, out of those 100 people, if your click-through rate is 1%, that means only one person clicked on your link, right? That's really crappy if you think about it, because that means that when somebody gets your email, and the whole point of sending someone an email is for them to click through to something else, right? You want to get them to click through to your sales page, or you want them to click through to maybe an article on your blog or a video that you just uploaded onto YouTube or whatever it is, right? But if only 1% of every person that is seeing your email is clicking through, it means that most of the people aren't actually engaging in your content, right? So if you can increase that number, that just helps you to convert more people, right? So let's say 100 people times 1%. Yeah, that's one person. It's really, really low, okay? So again, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can increase this to 2%, 3%. I think my best was 4%. But 3.53% is pretty good, all right? So let's just kind of scroll through this. I just want to, show this to you guys that this is actually possible. So this is another one of the broadcasts that I did. And okay, this one not as good, 14.52%, but still almost 3 times above the industry average, which is 5%, right? My click-through rate here, 2.69%. Let's have a look at another one. This one I called the Game Changer. And this one's, okay, so again, 13.46%. Click-through rate is 2.38%. And then I've got one that's Thank You. Let's see here. Okay, so this one's pretty good. So the open rate was 19.53%. That's, again, almost 4 times the industry average. But my click-through rate wasn't that great. Okay, 1.51. So 0.51% above the industry average, but not too bad, okay? All right, so let's talk a little bit about how I did this, right? So this is going to be fun. So let me tell you why, first of all, that if you're doing an average of about 5% open rates, let me first explain why that's happening to you, okay? So I'm going to pull up this little thing here. So I'm going to put industry average equals 5% open rates, okay? And these are the reasons why, okay? The first reason is because you are probably overselling the stuff that you're doing, okay? And this is a normal problem when it comes to internet marketing, affiliate marketing, you know, promoting any sort of digital product online. The problem is everybody just teaches you to slam your list, right? So, you know, you're emailing them maybe every day or maybe 3 times a day. So first thing I would say is them emailing too much. Okay, so if you're emailing every single day, multiple times a day, I would say that you're emailing your list too much. You need to slow that down a little bit. So I would say the best is emailing your list once every 2 to 3 days, maybe even, you know, once every 3 to 4 days. Okay, so it's just enough for them to remember who you are, but not enough to piss them off, okay? Because you don't want to annoy your list. I mean, if you're emailing someone every single day or multiple times a day, they're gonna get annoyed, right? Even if your content is really, really good, that's just too much, okay? So that's gonna affect your email open rates. It's gonna affect your engagement. So I would say scale it back a little bit. Now you hear a lot of these, you know, internet gurus saying you must email your list every single day. That is the best way to burn out your list, all right? I'm gonna call it list burnout. List burnout. Don't do it, okay? Scale this back just a little bit, all right? So that's the first thing. Another reason why your email open rates are pretty low is probably because you're selling too hard. Okay, so this is normal, right? Every guru online teaches you how to do this. Every time you send an email, you just want to, it's just about the sale, you know, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. But the truth is that people don't really want to buy your stuff, okay? So it's more about understanding how to add lots of value to your subscribers' lives, right? Teaching them something, educating them, and then maybe asking for the sale probably 20% of the time, all right? So yeah, again, this took me a really, really long time to learn. Selling too hard is probably one of the biggest reasons why your email open rates are so low and they're suffering. Also, if you're constantly sending them back to the same sales page, this is also why they're you know, not opening your emails anymore, because they just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again, okay? And this is what I was doing as well. So for example, if you're promoting some sort of business opportunity, right? And you keep sending them back, sending them back to the same sales page without adding any value in between. This is a big no-no, right? So for example, if they first opt into your list, and then you send them to a sales page, right? And then you send them an email autoresponder, right? You send them an email, and they click on it, and it sends them back to the same sales page. And then day number 2, day number 3, day number 4, day number 5 sends them back to the same sales page. Then that's a big problem, because all you're doing then is you're saying, hey, you want to learn how to generate more leads on Facebook? I want to show you how to do that. And then email number 2 says the same thing. Hey, I hope you got my email yesterday. You wanted to learn how to generate more leads on Facebook? I want to show you how to do that. And then you send them back to the same page. This burns your list out and people just get bored, okay? So I would say that these are the main reasons. Okay, and another thing I would say too, and this is more of an invisible thing that people generally don't see, but I think it's a huge problem, and I really suffered from this, is your traffic source. Okay, and you must be really careful about where you're generating your traffic from, because the truth is that every single traffic source is not the same. The quality is very different, right? And for probably 7 to 8 years of my business, I was generating traffic through solo ads, right? And the problem with solo ads is there are some very good solo vendors, but there are a lot of solo vendors out there who are selling you really bad leads, okay? A lot of them aren't even real leads. They're bot traffic. That means they're not real human beings, okay? So I would be very careful with your source of traffic, because if your main source of traffic is, say for example, solo ads, then 80 to 90% of your traffic is not even real, okay? It's bot traffic. That's why your email open rates are suffering, because the people that are opting into your list, they're not even real human beings, okay? So I would, again, stay away from solo ads. I mean, you can get some solo ads, but just be very careful. Make sure you're buying from reputable solo ad vendors, right? Because otherwise, you know, half your list or more than that is just they're just robots. They're not real people. Okay, so these I would say are the main reasons why your industry, your email open rates are very, very low. Okay, let's talk about how to get them up. Okay, so let's see how to increase open rates to 15 to 20% plus. Okay, all right. So how do we do this, right? What's the main trick behind it? So first of all, you can't be doing any of the stuff that we just that I just laid out there, right? So don't be too salesy, don't email your list too often, and make sure you're getting good source of traffic, right? But aside from that, here are some of the other things that can help you to tremendously increase your email open rates. So the first thing is lead with value all the time, okay? And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the content that you're putting out there, right? So instead of sending your leads, your potential customers, your subscribers directly to a sales page, you want to drive them to something that I call the value series. Okay, now value series is basically a series of websites that you own where you're giving them value on the topic that they opted in for. So for example, if you're trying to market some sort of weight loss product, the first few videos that they see should not really be a sales page. It should instead be a video of yourself giving people lots of value, all right, on how to lose weight, for example. So if your whole product is about, you know, how to lose 30 pounds over 60 days, in your value series, you want to have a series of videos where in each video you're giving them a little piece of value about how to lose weight. So the first video might be about, you know, the top type of foods that they can eat that will help them to lose weight, right? Your second video on day number 2 might be maybe 2 or 3 body weight exercises that they can do from home in, you know, the next 15 to 20 minutes, where it can help them to lose weight and they don't even have to go to the gym. Okay, so what you're doing there is you're adding a lot of value, and then if they want to buy your program, they can, but they don't have to. Okay, and what you're doing there is you're getting your list to know, like, and trust you. Okay, and people only buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So this is a huge, huge thing, okay? A lot of people don't talk about this, but it's because a lot of people are lazy to actually create valuable content. That's the truth. All they want to do is drive traffic and send them straight to the sales page, and they think that, you know, that's going to help them with the sale, but you know, that's not going to help them. That's actually affecting your conversion rates, okay? So everything that you do online, whenever you're sending someone to a sales page or you're sending someone an email, you must lead with value. You must teach them something, educate them, so that whenever they get an email from you, they're excited to open your email, right? Because, you know, if you train people to open your emails first of all on a regular basis, and every time they open your email, they know that they're going to get some really, really good content. When they get an email from you, they're going to be excited. Okay, and there are a few marketers online that I like to get emails from. I will open every single one of their emails because I know it's going to be good stuff, right? But if people know you for just selling all the time, then when they see your email pop into their inbox, they're just going to be thinking, oh man, it's that Bill person again. He's going to be probably selling me something else, and they're just going to delete your email, or they're going to unsubscribe, or they're just going to not do anything, which is the worst thing, right? So always lead with value. Second thing I would say is do video. Okay, now you could get really, really good at copywriting, but I think copywriting is a very, very difficult thing to learn. You probably need to invest a lot of time and money into learning how to be a good copywriter, which you can, okay? But again, it's like pushing a gigantic boulder up a hill. If you want to do this easily, I would just do video, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, well, Aaron, I don't really know how to do video. I'm kind of scared to get in front of the camera. I'll teach you a really cool trick. All you have to do is grab your iPhone or your Samsung or your video camera, and literally just do 20 videos in a row. Okay, and I promise you, by the 20th video, I know it's a lot, but it's just about practice. Okay, by the time you get to the 20th video, you're going to be a lot better and a lot smoother and a lot more confident when you did your first 5 videos. Okay, it's a very, very easy thing to do. So make sure you do video in your marketing. Add that in there if you're not already doing it. Another thing that you can focus on is good email subject lines. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my emails a little bit, and there are a few things that you can do here that will help you to increase your email open rates, right? So email subject lines are very important, but if you're not doing everything that I just mentioned earlier, even if you have really good email subject lines, it's still going to affect your email open rates, right? Because even if you've got a great email subject line, but your entire list knows that all you do is just sell, 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 they're still not going to want to open your emails because they know that all you're trying to do is try to get them to open that email, right? And then you're going to sell them something. So you've got to do everything else that I just spoke about right before this works properly, okay? But if you do all that, then good email subject lines will help to really boost your open rates. And some of the things that you can focus on are sending emails with curiosity, that create curiosity, right? So if your email subject line, invokes a little bit of curiosity, that will help you to increase your email open rate. You can do, let's just say, sort of a news flash type of email subject line, right? So something, if you think of all the tabloids, right? So what I would do is I would go out there, go to your nearest bookshop and buy, a few tabloids, right? A few newspapers, and those guys are really, really good at writing great titles, great subject lines, and if you use those, that will give you an idea of how you can use this sort of news flash example, right? Let me see what's in it for them. Okay, so if you use a subject line that's kind of based around what's in it for your prospect, so maybe it might be, and this is a little bit hypey, but it works, and if you were to write an email subject line based around money, for example, so for example, if you were in the make money industry, the internet marketing, home-based business industry, and your email subject line was something like I used this strategy to generate $300 today, right? And you really did it, okay? It must be real. That kind of email subject line will really, it will increase your email open rates tremendously, okay? Or for example, if you were in the weight loss industry and maybe you lost 60 pounds in 30 days, something ridiculous like that, right? And you wrote that down. This is how I used this to lose 60 pounds in 30 days. That would also get a lot of email open rates, right? Because it's giving people a result, something that they can get. It's also kind of a news flash email because it's a really big claim. But make sure if you're making claims, make sure if you're making big claims that they're real. So either you did them yourself, or maybe someone who actually got these results as well. So maybe someone in your product, one of the testimonials, or maybe one of your teammates. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to my autoresponder here, and you can see how some of these really work. So this is an interesting one, right? This is kind of based around curiosity. So this one, all I said was thank you in capital letters, and there's an exclamation mark. Now, if you got this email in your inbox, right, you'd be thinking to yourself, thank you. Oh, I wonder why Aaron's thanking me, right? Or what's the reason for this? So what I'm doing here is I'm creating curiosity. And a lot of my email subject lines, I like to use this strategy. I like to create some sort of curiosity. And these ones are kind of the best, okay? It's very, very simple. People want to know what's going on, so they'll click on this. And this is why 19.53% email open rate, this is why this one is quite high. Now, if I go back here, this one's a good one too. So there are a few things that are happening in this one. So this is finally ... This made my income consistent, right? So I'm playing on a few things here. So first of all, there's a lot of curiosity in this email, right? Because I'm saying finally this made my income consistent. I didn't say what made my income consistent. I said this made my income consistent. I'm not revealing to them what it is. So there's curiosity behind this one. Another thing is I'm playing on the whole money issue, right? Because I'm in the internet marketing space, make money from home. So a lot of people on my list are trying to build a business to generate more income, right? So I'm kind of playing on those, needs as well. Okay, and I've got the word finally in bold, and then ... and that helps a little bit. There's a bit of an exclamation mark there. So you can play with little things like that with the dots, the exclamation marks, the question marks, all these little things also help to bump up your email open rates just a little bit as well. Okay, so this was a really, really good one. Let's open this up and kind of have a look at what the message says, because 3.53 click-through rate is really, really good. Okay. Oh, this one was a little fun one. I was actually on vacation, right? This was maybe 3 weeks ago. I was in Melbourne for my brother's wedding, and So the first part, and what you want to do, you know, to get them to click through more, is you want to make sure that you've highlighted or dropped your link 2 or 3 times in your email. Okay, don't just drop your link one time, because that one link might not resonate with everyone. Okay, so some people will click on different links. All right, so that's why you want to drop it a few times throughout your email. Now, another thing is that not everyone is going to read your entire email all the way through. Some people might just read the first few sentences. Some people might read, you know, your email to the middle, and some people might read your email all the way to the end, right? So that's why you want to give them a chance to click on your link a few times, right? And that's what I did in this email. You know, you can read it there. Hello from Melbourne, Australia, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. You know, just here for a week, attending my younger brother's wedding and stuffing my face with amazing food, raw, that kind of thing, right? So what I like to do in my emails is I like to add a little bit of personality. Okay, that's important too, because if you're writing emails and it's very boring and you're like a robot, then people aren't gonna get drawn in. Okay, so it's okay to show a little bit of your personality. It's okay to be a little bit vulnerable. Tell people a little bit about your life and what you're doing. Not too much, because you don't want to bore people, right? But a little bit is fine, right? And if you're doing this consistently in all of your emails, it kind of brings people into your life, okay? And people want to know a little bit about you, especially if you're giving them good content, okay? And it's a really short email, this one, you know? It's not very long. It's just 2 to 3 short little paragraphs. I give them an opportunity twice to click on it. And that's it. And this kind of, you know, got people to you know, click through at 3.53%. It's really, really big, okay? So that's kind of it. That's kind of all I wanted to share with you guys today, all right? And you know, these little things that I just spoke about will make a huge difference to your email open rates, okay? So one huge thing is don't sell too much, okay? Add lots of value, and I'll give you the you know, the conversion formula. I would say 80% value and 20% the sale. Okay, selling. Right? So 80% of the time, whenever you're broadcasting emails to your list, make sure 80% of the time you're giving lots of really good value, okay? But don't just give value. You got to ask for the sale as well, because if you're just, you know, giving value all the time, then when you ask for the sale, people aren't going to buy from you, okay? So make sure you split it up 80-20. That's a good rule. That's Pareto's principle, right? And that should help you to generate more sales and also to increase your open rate tremendously, right? Do video, give good email subject lines, and make sure you're practicing your actual email writing technique, okay? So add lots of personality, make sure you're dropping multiple links, 2 to 3 links in every single email. And the other big thing that I'm going to finish with is make sure that this email is coming from a non-Gmail or non-Yahoo or non-Yahoo or non-Hotmail email address, okay? So it's got to come from your own URL. So for example, if your URL is, you know, I don't know, you know, Breakthrough Today. So make sure it's coming from david@breakthroughtoday.com. All right, make sure it's not coming from david@gmail.com or david@hotmail.com. That's really going to affect your email deliverability, okay? Make sure it's your own domain, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Make sure you implement some of these strategies. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Have you used some of these strategies before? Have you been emailing your email list like 3 times a day, which you shouldn't be doing, okay? And give me a thumbs up if you thought you know, this video was good, you got some value from it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can click on the red button, subscribe, because I'm always coming up with good videos like this. And hey, if you want to spend a little bit more time with me, if you want to learn how I actually built my online marketing business, I focus mainly on affiliate marketing, okay? I want to show you how I was able to do that and build a profitable online marketing business. And if you want to learn how to do that, all you have to do is click on the link right below this video, and it's going to lead you to my website. You can enter your best email address, and the first thing you're going to see is the business that I'm you know, marketing right now. But if you check your emails, excuse me, if you check your emails, you're going to get a 4-day training course where I'm going to teach you how I did all this stuff, okay? How I built an affiliate marketing business, how I was able to avoid a lot of these roadblocks, and how I turned it from a business that was failing into a business that was highly profitable, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video today. I'll see you very soon in another video. Take care.